Hello, grade 5. Now we will start our new chapter 9, first steps. Our story is The Secret Garden. Now let's read the summary of chapter 9. The weather was cold and windy. Dr. Kevin prevented Colin from going outdoors. After a week of cold winds, the weather became fine and sunny. A servant carried him downstairs, and Deacon was waiting for Colin's carriage. Colin asked Deacon a lot of questions through the garden. Mary pulled back the ivy and showed Colin the door. Colin closed his eyes and he opened them in the secret garden. Colin watched Mary and Deacon were working in the garden. They saw Robin. They felt hungry, so Mary went back to the house to fetch a picnic. Ben tried to stand and dig the garden. He became better. They saw Ben looking over the wall. Ben identified Colin. Colin was happy and threw his blanket on the grass. Colin took a rose and picked up Mary's spade to dig the rose. Every day, the three children worked in the garden. Deacon, the animals were in the garden. Mary and Colin were out all the day in the sunshine, and they worked so hard in the garden. Okay, now let's read our questions. What was the biggest secret? What was the biggest secret? Yes, the biggest secret, the secret garden. Who saw the children in the garden? Who saw the children? Yes, Ben Weatherstaff. Ben Weatherstaff. Why did Dr. Craven make Colin stay indoors? Why did Dr. Craven make Colin stay indoors? Why? Yes, because the weather was cold and windy. Because the weather was cold and windy. Complete the following. Mary pulled back the ivy and showed Colin the door. Deacon pushed what? Yes, Colin's carriage. Colin's what? Colin's the carriage under a palm tree. Number 3. Colin picked up, yes, Mary's spade. Mary's a spade, and began to dig. They ate 3 meals in the house and one of Mrs. Thorpe's picnic in the garden. So study these questions very hard, okay? Because they are very important, okay? If again, what was the biggest secret? Yes, the biggest secret, the secret garden. طيب, who saw the children in the garden? Yes, Ben Weatherstaff. طيب, why did Dr. Craven make Colin stay indoors? Yes, because the weather was very cold. Cold. Now turn the page. Who carried Colin downstairs? Yes, a servant carried him downstairs. Who pushed Colin's carriage? Yes. Who pushed? Yes, Deacon pushed Colin's carriage. طب, did Ben enter the garden? Yes, he did. The children made what? The children made plans for the first visit to the secret garden. Mary turned and saw Ben, yes, the gardener, looking over the wall. Number 3, Colin placed his blanket on the grass. Colin هو اللي threw his blanket. Pen fetched what? A red rose. A red what? Rose in the pot. Number 5, the weather turned what? Fine and sunny. Fine and sunny. And it was time for Colin to go outside. Now, grade 5, this is chapter 9. Okay, study it very hard. See you soon.